knits in the quiet, forgotten corners of our world, where dust motes dance in slivers of sunlight and old houses whisper stories to the wind. Some souls linger. This is a story about one of those souls and the unlikely friendship that finally set him free. Our story begins with Daniel, a 10-year-old boy with an imagination as vast as the summer sky. Unlike other kids his age who were obsessed with video games and sports, Daniel was drawn to the mysteries of the past. His favorite place in the world was the old Blackwood Manor, a dilapidated Victorian mansion that stood on a hill overlooking his town. Locals whispered that it was haunted, a place where strange noises echoed in the night and shadowy figures flickered in the windows. But to Daniel, it wasn't scary. It was fascinating. One sunny afternoon, armed with a flashlight and a backpack full of snacks, Daniel snuck into the manor. The air inside was thick and musty, smelling of old wood and forgotten memories. Sunlight struggled to pierce the grimy windows, casting long, eerie shadows across the decaying furniture. As he explored a grand, dusty library, he felt a sudden drop in temperature. A strange, shimmering light began to coalesce in the corner of the room, slowly taking the form of a boy about his age, dressed in old-fashioned clothes. Daniel wasn't scared. He was curious. He watched as the ghostly figure looked around, his expression filled with a deep, heart-wrenching sadness. "Hello," Daniel said softly, his voice barely a whisper. The ghost boy jumped, startled. He hadn't been seen, truly seen, in over a century. You can see me?" the ghost asked, his voice like the rustling of dry leaves. "Of course I can," Daniel replied, taking a step closer. "My name's Daniel. What's yours?" The ghost hesitated for a moment before answering. "I'm Samuel." And just like that, an extraordinary friendship was born. Day after day, Daniel would visit Samuel in the old manor. They would talk for hours. Daniel would tell Samuel about the modern world, about cars, aeroplanes, and the internet. In return, Samuel shared stories of his life in the 19th century. A world of horse-drawn carriages, gas lamps, and elaborate parties held in the very ballroom they now sat in, which was covered in cobwebs. Daniel learned that Samuel had been the son of the manor's original owner. He had loved to play hide-and-seek, and his favorite spot was a secret passage behind the library's fireplace. One tragic day, during a game, the passage's lock had jammed. No one could hear his cries for help, and he had remained trapped, his spirit tethered to the house by a sense of unfinished business and a longing for his family. He wasn't a scary ghost. He was just a lonely little boy who had lost his way. As the days turned into weeks, Daniel noticed Samuel's form was becoming fainter, his voice weaker. The sadness in his eyes seemed to grow deeper.